Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Last time we decorated our museum entrance, so this week we will be working on a sunken secret area, which when I think of secret in Animal Crossing, I think of the secret beach, and I thought that would be the perfect place to create this. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Here is the area that I will be working on. I already marked off a small little section for my staircase. As you can see, this is my secret beach, and here is how the whole space looks. Here is the right side where I'll have some waterfalls coming down, and here is the left side which I will also have some more waterfalls coming down. So I'm going to start by terraforming the area first before I decorate. I think it would be easier to do it like this so that I can show you guys how it looks before placing any of the items. For this area, I'm going to place a staircase, but you can definitely skip that step if you want and give yourself a ladder to make it easier for you to get down here, which was my first idea, but at the very last minute I switched it up and decided to add a staircase. Later on, I might change this area up a little bit just because I have some villager homes in front of this area that I need to move. I usually place all of my villager homes on my beach to make it easier for me to terraform, but the villager homes that you see were from the 3 move-in villagers that Tom Nook makes you do the DIYs for, and I just never moved them to my beach because at the time I thought that I wasn't going to get to this area until like months from now, but here I am today decorating the secret beach. But yeah, my point is once I move those villagers, I will probably change this up a little bit. Also, I forgot to mention that I finally got June on my island. I am very happy and excited because now I can decorate Audie and June's houses. I'm still deciding on where I'm going to place them. I'm thinking more near the beach, but I wasn't sure if I'm going to place them on the right side or on the left side of my island. I'm leaning towards the right side. I did want to put them on the beach, but my beaches are small and narrow, so I'm not going to have enough space for the both of them. So I'm thinking putting them near the beach is a better idea. And for their houses, I was thinking of creating a beach cafe, but kind of like a beach party cafe, something similar to the DLC where everyone is at the beach dancing and having fun. I want that to be their area. So I'm just going to play around and see what I come up with. I'm adding the bushes and shell speaker now because I won't be able to add them once I add the staircase. After placing the staircase, I realized that I forgot to add the waterfalls to both cliffs that I made, so I'm just going back and adding them now. On this side, I'm just creating a small little river, and then on the right side, I'm just creating some small waterfalls. And here is how the area ended up looking. For this area, I'm thinking of creating a hyacinth meadow. I think it fits the area a lot, and of course I'm going to be adding some coconut trees, bushes, and all of that good stuff here. And I will be decorating my secret beach. I was going to leave it empty, but an idea came in mind and I was like, no, I'm going to decorate it. Also, now that I have June, I only have 2 more villagers left to swap out, and then I will have all 10 villagers that I want on my island. I'm going to get Flora next, and for the very last villager, I'm going to need your help again. I have 4 in mind, but if you guys have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking of Peanut, Tangy, Cleo, and Caroline. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people have Caroline on their island, and I think Caroline is so cute and she fits the tropical theme a little bit, so I'm just going to throw her in the bunch. So I'm going to create another poll so you guys can vote on the last villager for this island. I like creating polls because for one, you guys help me out a lot, and also I'm very indecisive, and it allows us to interact with each other, which I love doing because you guys are so helpful. Sometimes I overlook a lot of things and you guys help me out a lot, and you guys have the best ideas too. Some of you guys say that you're not as good or you can't do it, but trust me, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. Let me tell you guys a little mini story. When I started playing Animal Crossing, this whole terraforming designing is super brand new to the game, and when I tell you I didn't know how to create cliffs or anything, I unlocked the Island Designer app and I was just like, okay, what do you want me to do with this? And then I searched online and I saw so many people creating cliffs with waterfalls, and I didn't even know you can round off the cliffs until I saw someone do it. I thought that you could just leave them as squares. So with a lot of practice, I got better, but it was also fun playing around with the different items. But trust me, I was not as good as you think I am now. My first island was super trash. I ended up deleting that island, and I wish I didn't because I would have loved to show you guys how I actually terraformed because it was terrible. I may have mentioned this before, and if I did, I'm sorry, but my first island was supposed to be Star Wars themed, and I say supposed to be because when I was done with it, some of the parts looked like Star Wars, but the other parts look like what the heck happened here. There weren't that many items that tailored to Star Wars, so I had to rely heavily on custom designs. And back in 2020, I was on Nookazon every day. I think everyone was on Nookazon every day because I think treasure islands weren't a thing, or they were starting to become a thing, and it was very hard to find free treasure islands because I am not paying a cent of real money for in-game items, but that's beside the point. But I had created a Darth Vader cafe in front of my airport, and next to it I created Yoda sitting down surrounded by a bunch of asteroids because they look like floating rocks, and it also looked like Yoda was using the force to lift up the rocks. And so a bunch of people that I would trade with would come over and they would take pictures of everything and say that it looked super cool. Sometimes they'll ask to see my whole island, and I was like, yeah, go ahead. But one day I traded with this guy and he saw my cafe and he was like, Darth Vader does not have a cafe. And I was like, I know, but I just wanted to have like a space to represent him. And then he said, don't do Vader dirty. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was doing him dirty. I just wanted a spot to represent him. Then he was like, show me other spaces that you have. So I showed him and he was like, okay, this is cool, this is not, whatever it is. And then he left. Before he left, he said, this island doesn't look like Star Wars, it looks like trash, and to do something else because I'm terrible at designing. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried. I was just like, damn, why are people so mean? But then I started looking at everything and I was just like, all right, he has a little point. He's not wrong. I could have done better, but I mean, like, he didn't have to say it the way that he did. He could have said it in a better way instead of saying that my island is trash and I can't design. And he also said that in the chat while he was on the island. So before he went back to his island, he just wrote a bunch of stuff to me and then he just left. So I didn't even get a chance to respond. I was just sitting there like, damn. And then I went to go message him on Nookazon, but he blocked me. So there's that. I have so many stories from 2020 from Nookazon, which by the way, my first Nookazon account was blocked over someone reporting me over a lie, which I'll have to tell you guys in the next video because it's such a long story. But because of all of that, I decided to just use one of my switches to catalog everything and have all of my DIY recipes. So whenever I do start a new island, I can just go to my first switch and get everything I need. But yeah, we are almost done with the build. I'm just finishing up this cliff and then I'm going to go work on my secret beach. For the secret beach, I wanted it to be more tropical than Fairycore. I was searching through all of my items to see what I can put here, and I really like the mermaid dresser and the shell arch, so I placed the arch here for when red comes. I'm finishing this area off with the log stool and mom candle with the mermaid dresser and shell stool so that you can sit. Here is how the sunken area looks. I really love this area and it came out so much better than I thought it would. The hyacinths and bushes really pop and make this area look so beautiful. Here is how the entrance looks when you head down to the sunken area. Here is how the left side looks, which in a future video I will be extending this area and turning it into something else maybe. And here is how the right side looks. I think next to this I might create a villager home or a star farm or something else. I'm still thinking. And here is how the secret beach looks. Super obsessed with it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!